Welcome back to another video. It is August 9th of 2023. Today I am planting my last and final food plot for the year. Also, it's about the same size as the first one we planted, the small turnip plot. This one I'm going to do turnips mixed with clover, see how that goes since I've still got seed of both. But right now I'm tilling this plot up. I started and I forgot to start the video. But now I'm starting it so I'm not forgetting. But it is about to rain and it wasn't even supposed to rain today. So I'm going to hurry up, get this tilled, drag it super quick and we'll see what we get. But this is super good dirt up here. I'll show you real quick. I mean, this is the dirt we're turning up here. Man, it is just super nice stuff. But I'm going to go ahead and get the rest tilled up. I'll take some video and we'll drag it, throw some seed on it, and we'll be good. All right, well, I've got this last plot all tilled up the best I can. I'm gonna make this plot way bigger next year. I literally made this last second. I can't get any of this because of roots, which is whatever. I don't really care if this one does great or not. It's just to get something started. This soil is amazing up here. Next spring, all these trees are coming out. I'm gonna push it back up the hill a little bit farther this way. I want to make it about double the size it is now, but I just want to get some clover, something growing up here, and I'll, cut some of these, open up the canopy a little more next year. But this is just something for a start and something extra to do. Well, it's been about an hour since I made my last clip. I have not drugged this yet. I had to get gas for the four-wheeler. Ran down to the gas station, got gas. Got the drag up here, and I'm gonna drag this real quick. Man, this dirt's so good. It's so nice. It's unreal. But I'm gonna set this up, drag this real quick, and then we'll throw some seed out. Well, I've got it all dragged out now. You saw it in the time lapse. I hope the time lapse, hope you're able to see what kind of difference it makes dragging that, and how it just, there's not as many cracks the seed can fall into. It makes the seed bed a little nicer. I'll show you how nice this dirt is again. That is some really nice dirt. Lots of roots and branches up here, but not a single rock. Unlike my other two plots where there's tons of rocks. It's about a mile down the road. This used to be there used to be horses up in here, and then the guy just let this grow extremely thick. The logging road I made to get up here took forever. I had a skid steer, and I just plowed through all this and opened up a little area up in here, but it is the thickest place I've ever been in my life. It's insane. But there are big deer here, and should be able to get one this year out of here, I'd hope, or at least down there at the corn feeder. It's right down the hill here. But let's get some seed out and be done. Now this is what I'm going to be mixing together: clover and some turnips. I've got a lot more turnips than I do clover, but I'm not sure how much it's going to take to do this. It's not very big, but we'll just kind of mix and see what happens. Worst comes to worst, we'll throw some winter rye in there if there's some spots. This plot I'm not too crazy concerned about, but I'm just ready to get some seed out now. Well, I forgot to videotape me throwing the seed, but that's okay. Here's the camera flipped around. You can see all the seed. I don't, it's all over. So I just put the seed out at the rate it calls for. Hopefully that's good. It's supposed to rain tonight, so actually here in a few hours. So hopefully this plot does good. I'm not too sure. The canopy's pretty thick, but I guess we'll see. But there we go. That's the last plot. Last plot planted for the year, so I'm done with all that. I need to get a tree stand up here though, somewhere. But I think we're gonna head down to the cabin real quick, the 10 acres, and down there to the farm and see what the big food plot's looking like, the big clover plot we planted. Tomorrow will be 2 weeks, so I know there's a lot of weeds in it. I do know that, and it's making me nervous. So let's go check it out. I've got a lot of good and bad, I guess, for it. It's making me nervous, like I talked about before. Got a ton of clover coming up. Also got a bunch of weeds coming up. Good thing is the weeds are grass. It's a grass sort of weed instead of like a broadleaf. So it should be easy to take care of, I think. Hopefully the clover comes up and shades it all out and kind of takes over, but I'll turn it around and show you all the clover coming up, and then the weeds too. So here all around there's clover coming up. It's just popping up everywhere. But then, you know, out here we've got, I tilled over that area several times, but man, that stuff just grows like crazy right there. But a majority of the area is covered in clover coming up. I mean, it's everywhere. I personally think it should be all right. I'm seeing a bunch of growth, a ton of new growth. I think it'll be all right. I'm getting up here further into the plot. And the further I come up here, the better it's looking. It should grow good enough and then shade all this stuff out, I think. But we'll see. I mean, that's really all we can do. See, now here in the back end of the plot, yeah, we do have weeds up here. But this is all clover, most of it coming up. So it is looking pretty good back here. Some big ass rocks and all that, but it seems to be doing all right. Worst come to worst, I'm gonna let this clover, get as big as it can for the next month or so probably. And then what I'll do is probably take a rest max, spray this plot down, see what I can kill. And then I'll probably get some winter rye and throw in here, mix it up, and try and get as much volume as we can, I guess. I'm still new to the food plotting thing. I should have definitely sprayed weed killer on it. I didn't think the weeds would get this crazy, and I didn't think it'd take this long for the clover to grow. That was just poor judgment on my end, really. But live and learn, and I guess we'll just see how this plot turns out, you know. That's all we can do now is just wait. Well, that is all 3 plots planted finally. The only things I really have to do left and prep for the season is get one more tree stand hung up and down at my house, and then that's really it. Maybe clear a few shooting lanes maybe. But I should be done, besides making sure this plot doesn't get overtaken with weeds. And I'll probably end up doing like what I said with my plan about spraying a rest max and then overseeding it again, and then maybe rye. I'm not sure. But I think we're basically done till season starts, and then we'll be ready to fling some arrows, hopefully. But thanks for watching. Thanks for learning with me. Thanks for making fun of me. Whatever it may be, I'm no genius. I'm still learning. I'm new to all this food plot. Learn with me, correct me, leave a comment, whatever. We'll learn together, you know, learn from my mistakes. So thanks for watching. See you next time.